Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first ever Tufts Lacrosse Classic at Bellow Field, home of the Tufts University Jumbos. Today's matchup between Medford High School Girls Lacrosse and Somerville High School Girls Lacrosse is a celebration of the two host communities that the university is situated between. Earlier this year, the football and basketball teams from the respective communities also participated in a special Tufts Classic game on campus. Here at Tufts University, we are excited to host our neighbors, make connections, and provide a special experience for Somerville and Medford High School athletics. Thank you to the athletic directors from both schools for their continued collaboration. Now for our starting lineups. The starting lineup for the Medford Mustangs: Riley Allen, Erin Alves, Caitlin Alves, Tatum Boudreau, Rebecca Casey, McKenna Galuzzo, Jordan Godfrey, Ava Lavoie, Mia Leal, Leah Moreno, Liliana Morris, and Georgia Scott. And now the starting lineup for the Somerville High School Highlanders. Number 1, Amanda Rodriguez Sheridan. Number 2, Rowan Buckley. Number 4, Julia Rafkin. Number 5, Carla Taylor. Number 8, Fiona Rixone. Number 9, Camila Plata. Number 10, Emma Lounsbury. Number 11, Lenore Ramos. Number 16, Catherine Timmons. Number 19, Gertisha Morales. Number 21, Regan Antonelli. And number 26, Ava Davis.
Hello and welcome to Somerville Girls Lacrosse on Somerville Ed TV. We are here on the campus of Tufts University at Bellow Field for the first ever Tufts University Classic between the Medford Mustangs and the Highlanders of Somerville. Somerville coming in 0-1 on the season with a 19-3 loss to Framingham. As they open their season with that loss, they will open their GBL defense of their GBL championship today against the Mustangs, as the Highlanders coming off an undefeated GBL season, their second straight GBL championship, but it is a new look Highlanders team as two-time GBL All-Star Violet Stickgold graduated, headed on. Holly Schmidt, 200 goal scorer for the Highlanders. She has moved on as well via graduation. Zoe Albert-Jones no longer between the pipes for the Highlanders as well. So a new look Highlanders team, as you'll see Julia Rathkind in between the pipes for the Highlanders. And we will see who will pick up the offensive load. The number 13, Holly Schmidt, left behind. Over 200 career goals for her at Somerville. She was the basic foundation for this two-time championship squad as they open up against the Mustangs. They swept the Mustangs last year, defeating them 7-4, 14-6, and then 10-9 in their final GBL game of the season last year. Of course, the Highlanders went to the playoffs last year. Past 2 seasons, lost in the qualifying round of the MIAA. And as we noted, new look team here, Highlanders in the white. As Regan Antonelli, the lone starting freshman out there, defensively right now. As the Mustangs now moving the ball around the perimeter, we will introduce you to the game of girls lacrosse if you have not had that opportunity to watch girls lacrosse before. As in the attacking zone is Medford. Any ball that is out of bounds, whichever team is closest gets the inbounds. As this is going to be brought back for a foul. Setting up, it's a major infraction. So you will begin from the 8-meter arc from around the goal. That's Becky Casey with it. As Casey will fire that one. And she puts it in behind Rathkind for the goal. As Becky Casey gets things going on that major infraction. In terms of the rules of girls lacrosse, physicality is kept to a minimum, no body checking. Checking is performed with the cross itself, the stick, so to speak. If the check is basically hitting the opponent's stick or cross with your own cross, that is a check. No physicality, no checking physically with the body. You also cannot get your cross in the halo, the head area of your opponent defensively as well. And those will result in major infractions like the one that just occurred. And Becky Casey was able to cash in on Medford winning the draw, as after each score there is a draw. Now Becky Casey right in the middle as she fires that one towards the goal. Could not be handled though by Tatum Boudreau, as Boudreau will carry it out of that critical scoring zone, and we have a foul called. As once again, we're going to have a restart here from that 8-meter arc, as Tatum Boudreau will get it. You're 8 meters away from the goal. You can shoot, you can drive in towards the net, you can pass as well, as that shot there goes past the net as Boudreau's shot goes wide to the near side, and the Highlanders come away with it as Catherine Timmons has it, passes that one forward to Rowan Buckley. Buckley, one of the leading scorers from last year's team for the Highlanders, returning this year, as Buckley spins away from her defender. Gets it here to the near side to Kala Taylor. Taylor, nice job there with the cross as she sends it towards the middle. Camila Plata now, as Plata drives in, looks to put that one into the net, and she does, as Camila Plata gets it into the back of the net behind Riley Allen. Plata picking up exactly where she left off for the GBL champion girls soccer team. As she puts the lacrosse ball into the net this time. 1-1 now the score. It is 4 12-minute quarters. As after each score, there is a draw at midfield. Becky Casey out there taking it for Medford. On the Highlander side, Emma Lounsbury taking care of the center draw. Center draw very, very important after the score. You can maintain possession, get another possession, and dominate the game possession-wise. Lounsbury and Casey right at midfield as the draw about to occur. Highlanders tying this up as Camila Plata got that one. And Medford will come away with this draw. As into the attacking zone, Tatum Boudreau has it now as Boudreau cutting in towards that critical scoring area. Gets cut off by the Highlander defense. Nice job there by Morellis as she picks up the ground ball. Very important to play the ground ball. As the ball hits when the ball hits the ground like that, you've got to pick up those ground balls, keep your momentum going, keep control of the ball in your cross. Also very important to be able to keep control of the ball passing-wise. As Gertisha Morellis now using her speed to get around the side, she'll send this forward. As now ground ball picked up by Becky Casey, knocked forward. Regan Antonelli in there trying to get a hold of it. It looks like Emma Lounsbury's got it as Lounsbury spinning away from Casey sends that one forward. As Leona Ramos, one of the Highlander captains, has it. Loses it out of her cross as Casey was able to check that one away. And it's going to be white ball as Casey, a little too physical on that one. As Ramos gets it knocked out by Casey. Clean check there, cross on cross. as Jordan Godfrey comes in trying to collect that ground ball. It's going to go to the Highlanders as Ramos is going to pick that one up and get the restart. But quickly right there to take it away was Jordan Godfrey as she's into the attacking zone. Being met there by Amanda Rodriguez Sheridan, number 1, and she turned her aside, so now Medford will set up their attack. A position in behind the net there is called the X position. There's a good 10 yards back there. As you can see, Medford has it right there in that X position. They come out from behind the X looking to attack. As you'll look for cutters coming. Morris now back there with it at X. She's defended back there tightly by Catherine Timmons. As we're going to have foul indirect start here. As ball down onto the ground. Lounsbury trying to pick up the ground ball now as Lounsbury unable to fully control it. And there is Kala Taylor as she's able to get the ground ball. Foul is called. Indirect restart here for the Highlanders. It's Kala. We'll pass this one off here near side. There's Plata. As Plata cutting in. She's got the goal for the Highlanders. Looks like she's looking for another one. She cuts in. Nice job defensively there by number 8, Erin Alves, as she cut off that attack by Plata. Now the Highlanders will work it around the perimeter. Ramos cutting this one in. She'll pull it back out as she's defended tightly there. Ramos looking for some help. Sends it back over to Plata. Now Plata driving in. She fakes left, goes through, and the call is going to be against Plata or against Medford. It's going to go against Medford as Plata was on the attack. Medford with a physical check. So Plata will have the restart at the 8-meter. The Medford players have to be 4 meters away on either side or behind. So Plata now can drive towards the goal, take the shot, try to get him in behind Riley Allen for her second shot and give the Highlanders the lead here. It's Plata driving in. Fires that one into the back of the net. Plata has her second of the game, and the Highlanders have the 2-1 lead with 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. It's Camila Plata picking up where she left off in soccer season, putting the ball into the back of the net. Highlanders have to find that scoring force on their offense, leaving that gap that Stickgold and Schmidt have left. Plata, really good job starting to fill that void. So Highlanders looking to defend their GBL championship, 2-time GBL champions. So they were undefeated in the GBL last year. That one's going to go against Plata. Indirect restart here for Medford. As Casey will bring it in. Casey fires it to Alves. Alves, a young freshman. She reverses field on Lounsbury, cuts in, fires that one towards the net. A nice sidearm shot there by Alves. As she gets her first goal of the game. Ties this one up for the Mustangs. 2-2 is your score. As Erin Alves gets in there for the goal. Timeout on the field. Highlanders have Julia Raffkind in goal here in Lacrosse. She, of course, the goalie for the GBL champion girls soccer team. It will be Casey and Lounsbury taking the draw. Tied up 2-2 after Erin Alves scored the goal to tie it up for the Mustangs. 2 goals in the game for Plata. Becky Casey, the other goal for the Mustangs. As Alves comes away with that one. Freshman spins away from Plata. She's out in open space. She fires that out to the wide side. Timmons looks to pick that, Antonelli looks to pick that one up. As Regan now firing that ball downfield. Antonelli, of course, one of the GBL All-Stars from the girls basketball team. Antonelli will get the restart here. Yeah, she will be able to take this directly and run with the ball until she's and then obviously make the pass as she looks forward, trying to get that one up to Ava Davis. Medford able to steal that one away, and now they're on the counter attack as Mia Leal gets stood up there for a moment as Antonelli stopped her from that attack, but then she got the ball off to Lily Morris. As Morris now around the far side, picks up a check there. You can use screens, of course, as that one's fired in front of the net. It goes wide. Good stop there by Rathkind as well, as she stops that shot.
2 stops by Rathkind.
Really great job there by Julia Rathkind in between the pipes. Now when the ball goes out of bounds on an errant pass, whoever last touched it or threw it out of bounds loses the possession. If it's out of bounds after an errant shot, then whichever team has somebody closest to where it went out of bounds gets the possession. As cutting in there towards the attack is Georgia Scott. She gets it taken away as Antonelli will send that one forward looking for Plata. Plata picks up the ground ball now and cuts into the middle of the field. As Camilla Plata speeding up, Becky Casey tries to stop her there. Plata spinning away. Now Plata looking for some help as she gets it into the attacking zone. Here near side gets it to Adriana DeGoyer. As DeGoyer now looking to attack. DeGoyer cuts in. Loses the ball out of the cross though. Medford trying to pick up the ground ball, and they do as Alves comes away with it. Now Erin Alves scored the last goal. Looks good speed there as she keeps ahead of Ava Davis, and Davis will send her to the pitch. As Alves down to the ground, up quickly. Going to get an indirect restart here for Alves. Minute 30 remaining here in the first quarter. Tied up 2-2. So Mustangs looking to break through as they have it on the offensive end. Becky Casey with it now. Pass to the interior looking for Boudreau. Ball down on the ground. Who's going to pick up the ground ball? Picked up there by Medford. As Georgia Scott gets it. She's out wide. Nice job defensively there by the Highlanders as Fiona Rixone was able to take that one away. Rixone trying to pick up the ground ball now after she was able to knock it out of the cross. Plata trying to address it as well, but Becky Casey will pick it up for the Mustangs. As Lounsbury defending her momentarily. Becky Casey breaking in, looking to the interior there to pass it to Boudreau, but gets past Boudreau. Picked up on the far side by Fiona Rixone. The Highlanders now will have it. Catherine Timmons will come out near side from the goal. Now Timmons looking to get into the attacking zone through midfield. Passes up. And defensively, the Mustangs trying to pick up that ground ball now. As McKenna Galuzzo was able to get that defensively downfield for the Mustangs. Out of bounds, it will be the Highlanders' ball as Timmons will bring it in. Now Plata. And that will do it for the first quarter of play as we are tied up 2-2. Goals by Becky Casey for Medford, Erin Alves as well for Medford, Camila Plata scoring both goals for the Highlanders. And we will be back here on Somerville Ed TV in just a moment with the second quarter here from Bellow Field at Tufts University. We are back here at Bellow Field on the campus of Tufts University as we are about to begin the second quarter. Teams will switch sides. Now the Highlanders will be moving from right to left on your TV, computer, or phone screen. Highlanders in the home whites with the red numerals. Mustangs in the dark blue. As we are here at Tufts University for the first ever girls lacrosse Tufts Classic. So we've had Tufts Classics for football as well as girls and boys basketball. Now we have the lacrosse version as Medford driving into the attacking zone. We're tied up 2-2 here as we open up the second quarter. Erin Alves with the ball at the top of the attacking zone as the young freshman got the second of Medford's goals. And Sienna Falchi breaking in. Now back at the X position. That's the area behind the goal. That's where Lily Morris likes to camp out trying to find cutters as she's got the ball right there, defended by Timmons. As Morris gets that one out to the critical scoring area there. Fossey breaking in, loses that one. Over here on the near side now, Caitlin Alves with it. Nice job there by Regan Antonelli as she's able to knock that out of the cross. And the Highlanders will get it on the restart as Antonelli spins away from the defender, gets it to Camila Plata. Plata has the 2 goals for the Highlanders as she speeds through the neutral area into the attacking zone. Alves spins around, is able to body her with her cross. That's a minor infraction. As now Antonelli gives it back to Plata. Plata, top of the attacking zone, gives it here near side. As Ramos looking down low, trying to get it to Rowan Buckley, stolen away by the Mustangs as Galuzzo is out with it. It's Galuzzo now. She'll fire that one forward into the attacking zone as Medford will get it with pace coming into the zone. Tatum Boudreau trying to pick up the ground ball, but Kala able to pull that one away. Or strike that. That's Amanda Rodriguez Sheridan there defensively for the Highlanders. Sheridan now. Boudreau with the ball here near side, being defended by Willa Brown. Or Fiona Rickson. Strike that. 8, not a 6 on her back. It's Morris in the X position there, defended by Timmons, trying to find a cutter. As now Morris driving in, Gertisha Morales is taking care of her defensively. You can see the Highlanders giving off the ball carrier in their zone defense. It's Adriana DeGoyer out there. Now Morris still with the ball as DeGoyer has her defensively. They get the ball off as Fossey with it. It's Fossey driving in. And she loses it out of the cross. We have a whistle as that will go against the Highlanders. So Fossey has the opportunity here from the 8-meter straight on against Rathkine. She looks to give Medford the lead. Here she drives in. Shot is good as it gets just in the far side past Julia Rathkine. So Fossey.
And number 10, Sienna Fossey.
Fossey with the goal for the Mustangs. They take the 3-2 lead. As Elia Valdez will check in for the Highlanders as an offensive attacker. Lounsbury taking the draw for the Highlanders against Casey. Lounsbury knocks it away. Can she get the ground ball? As Fossey able to pick up that ground ball. Now Fossey reverses field. Coming back near side. Plata has her defensively. She fires it forward. Gets out of the cross for a moment, but now controlled. As Godfrey has it. Goes in behind the net to that X position. Godfrey looking for a cutter, has Casey cutting instead, goes to the secondary cutter there. Out of her cross though, as it was not controlled by Alves, now Plata has it. As Plata through the neutral area at midfield. Looking for some help, that's partially blocked, but Ramos is able to get the ground ball. Now Ramos, she'll reverse field as Alves has her defensively. Alves once again with the cross. Gets called for the minor infraction. And Alves there with the check of the cross on the indirect start. Now Ramos gives it up to DeGoyer. DeGoyer trying to get around. She drives in towards the net. Casey there trying to knock it out of her cross, and we have a flag. So defensively, it'll be an indirect restart here. So DeGoyer has the opportunity to pass it, and she does out to Ramos. as Leonor Ramos gets it back into the X position. There's Valdez looking for a cutter, tried to get it to Antonelli, got past her. Antonelli will pick up the ground ball as Antonelli gives that one to DeGoyer. DeGoyer uses the screen there from Ramos. Tries to fire that one towards the net, partially blocked, out of bounds, out behind the, and it will be the Highlanders' ball as Rowan Buckley with it. Gives it to Timmons, or I'm sorry, strike that. That's Antonelli, as Regan Antonelli cuts in, fires that one towards the net, and blocked there. Excellent job by Riley Allen. Now Valdez gets it to Buckley. Buckley from the X. Looks for the cutter there as Ramos was cutting in. Couldn't quite get control of it in her cross. Now it's controlled by Falsey as Falsey sends it forward.
Do not force it.
Medford now on the attack as Godfrey has it into the attacking zone. Godfrey goes right up against Rodriguez Sheridan there, and the ball comes out of her cross. Now Gia Rousseau with it, gives it back to Godfrey. Sheridan Rodriguez over there trying to get that ground ball. Godfrey able to pick it up. She will work over to X. Gives that one off to Lily Morris. Morris back at X looking for a cutter. Timmons defensively on her. Medford with a 3-2 lead. 5.5 minutes remaining in the half. Is that into the middle, ball down on the ground. Nobody able to pick up the ground ball. Whistle sounds. It will be the Highlanders' ball. Or strike that, it actually would be Medford ball on an indirect start here. So Alves spins away from the check, brings it back out, passes that one off. Highlanders able to knock that one away. Nice pickup there for a moment by Plata. Just wasn't quite able to keep control, and the reason why is her hand was hit. So the indirect restart will go back to the Highlanders as Plata through midfield. Alves with the cross check there. Plata continues the run into the attacking zone. Plata has the 2 goals for the Highlanders as she fires that one towards the net. Too high, gets by Riley Allen. And Medford will get the ball on the out of bounds. As Galuzzo trying to control there, but Buckley is able to get the best of her. Now Rowan Buckley will get it for the Highlanders. Defended by Galuzzo. And Galuzzo not enough space on that restart, so Buckley will restart once again. As Buckley trying to find a cutter here from behind the net, gives it to Ramos. Ramos picks up the ground ball, now back to Buckley as Buckley has it. Now Antonelli gets it over to Plata. So they work it around the perimeter. DeGoyer back to Plata. The Highlanders trying to find a soft spot in this zone of the Medford defense. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the half. As Buckley cutting in from X, she'll fire that one towards the net, and it's in the back of the net. As Rowan Buckley gets her first goal of the game.
Somerville goal scored by number 2, Rowan Buckley.
That is the equalizer, 3-3 now the score. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the half. Medford will take the timeout. We will be back for the end of the first half, tied up at 3 here at the first ever Tufts Girls Lacrosse Classic. We are back here at Bellow Field on the campus of Tufts University as the Highlanders and the Mustangs taking part in the first ever Tufts University Girls Lacrosse Classic. Tied up at 3:30 remaining here in the first half as the two teams have battled to that 3-3 tie. Most recent goal put in by Highlander Rowan Buckley. As Buckley, one of the leading scorers, returning for the Highlanders after the Highlanders lost a great senior class led by 200 goal scorer Holly Schmidt. Now Alves, she scored a goal for the Mustangs earlier. Defended there by DeGoyer. As Alves now has Gertisha Morales out on her. Alves trying to find some help. She gets it there from Jordan Godfrey. Godfrey will kick it back out, top of the attacking zone. So they get it inside to Casey. Casey has a goal in the game. She gives it off to Alves. Alves, that goal stopped by Julia Rafkine. Nice job in between the pipes there by Julia. As that shot was stopped, Highlanders will get it on the scrambled restart. Catherine Timmons will get the restart going. 2:30 remaining in the half. Highlanders looking to get in the attacking zone as they look to break this 3-3 tie. As DeGoyer able to get it into the attacking zone. Now DeGoyer defended by Casey. She'll pull it back out as the Highlanders now taking their time with 2 minutes remaining in the half, looking to get the lead. As DeGoyer working in behind the net, and that's going to go against the Highlanders. As Medford will get the ball.
Don't force these passes.
That pass up, taken
Sienna, go. Use your wheel.
by Fossey. Fossey, another one, the third goal scorer for the Mustangs, defended closely by Plata. As Fossey spins away from Plata. Now Fossey gives it to Godfrey. Godfrey now being defended by Plata as Plata has that defensive zone area. Now inside, opportunity there as Rafkine able to stop that shot as Fossey tried to get her second. Now Timmons very quickly out on the far side, gets it forward to Lounsbury as Lounsbury picks it up. 1 minute remaining here in the half. The Highlanders looking to get into the attack, but instead knocked away. There's Galuzzo. Or strike that's Leah Marino, as she's able to get that ball away. As Marina gets it forward to Alves. Alves will break into the attacking zone with 45 seconds left on the clock. She gets turned away there at the attacking zone. She gives it back. As now Caitlin Alves gives it out wide. Back to Erin Alves. As Alves cutting in. Looks for the cutter there. Falsey gets it. Falsey shot just off the cross pipe. Restart by Morris from the X position. 10 seconds remaining. Fossey will get it. Morales there defensively as she gets it inside. Rafkine able to get it into her cross, and that will do it for the first half of play as we are tied up 3-3 here at the first ever Tufts Girls Lacrosse Classic at Bellow Field. We'll be back here on Somerville Ed TV for second half action here from Tufts University. Back here at the Tufts Classic, tied up 3-3, as both teams have had offensive possessions to open out this second half. Galuzzo now moving it out of the defensive zone for Medford. Highlanders able to steal it away. Regan Antonelli gets it. As Antonelli spins away, gives it up to Plata. Plata with 2 goals already. Looking to get the go-ahead there. She looked for Lounsbury to the far side. Gets in behind the net. Mia Leal able to pull it out for the Mustangs, as they will get the indirect restart here. Leal got it checked out of the cross there by Lounsbury, but restart once again here. Leal in the neutral zone now. Ava Davis almost able to get the steal there, and she is able to get control for the Highlanders. So Davis now, she passes it back to Plata. Plata drives between the defenders into the attacking zone. Looking for Lounsbury there, who tips it into the net for the Highlander goal. As Emma Lounsbury will get that one on a redirect, basically. A little bit of a deflection there as it got by Riley Allen. So Lounsbury will take the goal there as Plata played it forward off of the cross of Lounsbury into the net. So we are about to get underway. Lounsbury and Casey about to get things going here. 9:20 remaining in the third quarter. Casey takes the draw, as Medford will start on the offensive side here, trailing now 4-3. Godfrey has it. Godfrey, defended by Morellis, fires that one towards the net. It's right in front of the net, but picked up very nicely there by Fiona Rixone. And Rixone gives it back to Rafkind. So Julia now. Julia inside that goalie area, able to keep control without being checked. Now Rixone feeds it forward, as unable to be controlled there, unfortunately, by Ramos, trying to pick up the ground ball with Falsey around her, and Falsey got called for the push-off, so Ramos now. And Ramos can continue as she got cross-checked there by Godfrey. Now Ramos into the attacking zone. She's got Antonelli far to the left. Instead, she will pull it out to Plata. Now Plata looks to drive. Plata driving in, fires that one just out wide to the far side as it is out of bounds. Highlanders will get it as Lounsbury will bring it in. 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Highlanders lead 4-3 as Antonelli now will drive in. Kicks it back out to Plata. Plata over to DeGoyer. As the Highlanders working around the perimeter. Taylor with it. Taylor gets it down to Antonelli. Antonelli driving in, will go back behind to the X position. This is where you find your cutters coming, as Lounsbury will get it out far to the wide side. Now once again Antonelli. Antonelli will cut in from X as she backs away. Alves had her defensively. Antonelli still once again with the ball. She'll give it off to Ramos. Ramos cutting in, cuts in between the defenders there as Falsey is going to get called for the physicality. See whether this is going to be a major infraction. It's Ramos getting the shoe tied. I think she will begin from the 8-meter. Ramos will have the opportunity now. As Ramos can give the Highlanders the 2-goal lead here from the 8-meter. She drives in, fires that one sidearm, and just wide to the far side. As Galuzzo now with it. Lounsbury harrying her over there, and that's going to be against Lounsbury, so Galuzzo will pick it up, get the indirect restart. As Galuzzo sends that one forward, too far, and Antonelli able to pick up the ground ball for the Highlanders. There's now Antonelli in the neutral area, kicks it back. Timmons losing control though. Now the ground ball picked up by Boudreau for the Mustangs as they look for the equalizer, trailing 4-3. Boudreau back into the X position. defended closely there by Rick's own. And possession will stay with the Mustangs. It's Boudreaux now at the X, defended by Timmons. Fires that one, trying to find somebody in front of the net, but Gertisha Morellis looking to pick up the ground ball for the Highlanders. Fauci in there as well for the Mustangs, and it will be the Highlander ball. And DeGoyer gets it out wide here looking for Plata, but out of bounds. And that will go over to the Mustangs on the errant pass. There's Georgia Scott with it now. Scott past Davis into the attacking zone where Plata picks her up. Scott out wide now, defended out there by Rodriguez Sheridan. Godfrey with it. Godfrey looking for an attacker inside, looks for Casey as Gertisha Morellis is there, picked up by Antonelli. As Antonelli plays that one forward looking for Plata. We have a whistle and a stoppage. It will be the Highlander ball as Antonelli will get it out wide here looking for DeGoyer. Gets past Adriana. Mustang ball as Alves will bring it in. Mustangs looking for the equalizer, trailing 4-3, 4:30 remaining here in the third quarter. As Alves scored one of the goals for the Mustangs out to Casey. As Casey fakes, cuts it back against Sheridan Rodriguez. Drives in, looks for that left-handed shot. Instead, knocked out of her cross. Timmons comes away with it. As Timmons now able to get out of the crowd. Highlanders now switching over to the attack as they get it forward to Taylor. As Kala Taylor into the attacking zone. Picked up there. Now Davis with it. It's Ava Davis gets it over to DeGoyer. Adriana DeGoyer now driving in. Looking for a cutter, has Plata to her left. And a restart here as DeGoyer fires that one in there, but Riley Allen's able to make the stop. Now picked up by Ramos. As Ramos got the ground ball from X, she tried to find the cutter. I think Taylor was cutting in there. Now Antonelli trying to pick up the ground ball. And DeGoyer is able to get it for a moment, as DeGoyer now will get the restart. Now DeGoyer coming here near side. Looking for Antonelli back at the X position. Antonelli will pick that up. Oh, could not quite get the ground ball. As Alves, Caitlin Alves came in and was able to take it away. Now Alves with it. Spins away from Lounsbury. Mustangs trailing in this one 4-3. It's Galuzzo now. Lounsbury really causing problems back there. Galuzzo sends it forward, but it was a wild pass and picked up by Plata. Now Plata looking to attack as she loses it out of her cross. Looks to pick up the ground ball, and she does on the run into the attacking zone. It's Plata now. Cuts it back to the right. She'll pass it out to Kala as Taylor picks that one up. Kala Taylor with it now. Looks for Antonelli on the interior. Antonelli will pick it up, and she'll spin around trying to get that one in, but unable to as it came off the back of the net, but she picks up her own rebound off that shot, gives it out to Lounsbury wide, defended by Galuzzo. It's Lounsbury trying to get away from Galuzzo. Gives it up to DeGoyer. Now DeGoyer in, looking for Ramos, stolen away as Ava Lavoie now has it for the Mustangs, but Kala Taylor able to pick it up for the Highlanders. She gets it over towards Davis. It's Davis battling there with Leal. And Davis ends up with it. She'll cut in, looks for the shot there, just on the outside of the netting. As Riley Allen comes away with it for the Mustangs. Now Galuzzo. Galuzzo with Lounsbury very, very active in a forechecking type role. Gets it over to Lavoie. As Lavoie over to Godfrey. Godfrey getting it downfield. Looking for Marino. It's Marino now carrying it at midfield. Looking to get it to Godfrey. Actually, it's Boudreaux. And they get that forward to Alves. Now Lily Morris with it. controlling in her cross. Over on the far side. Defended out there by Fiona Rixone. Is Rixone able to knock that ball out of her cross and pick it up as Rixone gets the ground ball. But out of bounds, and the Mustangs will get it. 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Highlanders leading 4-3. It's Morris, I should say, trying to get past Rixone. Nice job there by Fiona Rixone. So Rixone will give that to Julia Rathkind, and Rathkind from the net will fire this one out, trying to connect up with DeGoyer, but taken away by Becky Casey, and now carrying it's Georgia Scott. Foul going to be called against the Highlanders. Scott will get the restart. 18 seconds remaining here in the third quarter as Alves gets it. Alves driving in, gets turned away. Underhanded shot is able to get by Rathkind as Alves picks up her second goal of the game.
That's her second of the game. We're tied at 4.
4-4 is the score. 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter as Alves able to flash in, dashing to her right. The underhanded shot gets it past Rathkind. Draw now with 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's Casey and Lounsbury at midfield for this draw. Casey has done a nice job so far on these draws, and Alves will come away with this one as she gets sent to the turf as she spun through the defenders. And that will do it for the third quarter of play as we are all knotted up at 4. As both teams scored there in the third quarter. Erin Alves getting her second of the game as she equalized late in that quarter, answering back the goal from Emma Lounsbury earlier in the quarter. We'll be back for fourth quarter action here from the Tufts Classic on the campus of Tufts University. We are back here at Bellow Field on the campus of Tufts University. It is the first annual Tufts University Girls Lacrosse Classic as the Highlanders and the Mustangs have battled to a 4-4 tie through 3 quarters as the Highlanders have goals by Camila Plata. She has 2 on the day. Rowan Buckley has 1. Emma Lounsbury with the most recent Highlander goal there in the third quarter. Over on the Mustang side, Erin Alves, she has 2 goals as she got the equalizer late in the third quarter. Sienna Falsey as well as Becky Casey with goals as well for Medford as they will open on the offense as Erin Alves able to get into the attacking zone. She gives that one off to Caitlin Alves. So now Caitlin gives it back to Erin. 12 minutes remaining in this game as Alves driving in, tries that little side shot, gets it past Julia Rathkind, and that's a hat trick there for Erin Alves as she's got the hattie and gives the Mustangs the 5-4 lead. We are back at midfield for the draw, Lounsbury and Casey. Highlanders now trailing in this game 5-4. As DeGoyer unable to get control of it there. Medford will get the ball as Alves will feed that forward to Casey. As Casey now looking for a cutter. Medford now taking the lead 5-4. Casey spinning around trying to get away from the defense. Gertisha Morellis in there defensively. So they give it off to Leal behind the net. Now Casey once again out wide. Morellis defensively there, but Casey able to pick up the ground ball and spin away, and she drives in. Boudreau turns, fires, and that's good for the Mustang goal as they lead by 2 now. Tatum Boudreau puts that one in as she gets her first goal of the game. 6-4, the Mustang lead.
Mustang goal by number 7, Tatum Boudreau.
Tatum Boudreau gives the Mustangs the 2-goal lead, 6-4. Face off now, draw in the middle. Lounsbury Gets it over towards the sideline where she tries to address the ground ball, and she does. So now the Highlanders will be on the attack as Lounsbury into the attacking zone. Trailing by 2 now. She goes up against Alves. Alves forces her to the outside. As they get it out to Ramos. Ramos now on the far side. Gives it off to DeGoyer. DeGoyer back out to Lounsbury at the top of the attacking zone, over to Plata. As Plata will drive in, Ava Lavoie went for the steal. Plata now driving in, trying to find the goal, looking for her 3rd goal of the game. Instead, it will go against the Highlanders as Rowan Buckley getting in there, I think. So now the Mustangs coming away with it. Mia Leal, as Leal into the neutral area, feeds it out wide. Godfrey with it. It's Godfrey cuts back against Adriana DeGoyer. She's into the attacking zone with speed. As Godfrey loses it out of the cross, but the whistle sounds for the physical play. So Godfrey now will get the restart. As Godfrey breaking in, gives it back to Casey. Medford with the 2-goal lead, 9:20 remaining in the game. Casey. As Casey driving into the middle. Highlanders get the help defense in time. Shot goes awry as it goes across the goal face and out of bounds, but Mustangs will maintain possession as Godfrey inbounds. They have it back at X as Lily Morris with it as Morris comes out from the X position, goes to the turf. Tatum Boudreau picks up the ball as Boudreau gives it to Alves. Alves defended out by Plata. Now Alves spinning away from DeGoyer. Nice job there by Adriana DeGoyer with the help defense. As now Alves tries to find help for herself. Gives it off to Morris. As Morris now gets back into the X position, defended by Timmons back there. Whistle sounds. Instruction here from the official is Plata will be sent back into the X position. And they give it right up front there, blocked on the shot by Georgia Scott. As Timmons comes away with the ball in her cross, spinning away and able to get out of the defensive zone. Now Ramos out ahead. Alves is with her. Gives her a little physicality there. Ramos will get the restart. Highlanders trailing by 2 as DeGoyer picks up the ground ball, driving into the attacking area. DeGoyer's shot goes wide. Rowan Buckley back there. She will inbounds for the Highlanders. As Buckley now with it. Coming out from X. Buckley gives it up to Plata. Now Plata trying to find some help, gives it to Antonelli. Antonelli back to Buckley. Buckley has a goal in this game. So Highlanders looking to come back from a 2-goal deficit. Now there's Elia Valdez. As Valdez loses it out of the cross, Leah Marino with it. She sends that one forward. Trying to connect up there with Georgia Scott, but it gets away from her. And now Rodriguez Sheridan, I should say, comes away with it in her cross. As Godfrey comes in late. Highlanders will get the restart here. As Rodriguez Sheridan will get the restart. And she gets it back to Rick's zone. Over to Morales as the Highlanders look to start a good attack here with 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the game. They trail by 2. As Timmons across midfield. Gets it over here to Rowan Buckley. Buckley has come out from behind the net from that X position. She's come to the top of the attacking zone now. Now DeGoyer will carry it in. As DeGoyer with the ball now, looking for some help. She's got Buckley at the top of the zone. She's got Ramos to her right. She holds on to the ball looking for a cutter. She gives it out to Plata, as Plata will pick up the ground ball. Plata 2 goals in the game for the Highlanders as she tried that one, stolen away by Alves on the pass as she looked to get it to DeGoyer. So now breaking the other way is Medford with speed. As Tatum Boudreau into the attacking zone for the Mustangs. Mustangs have the ball and the 2-goal lead with 5:20 remaining in the game. As Alves, 3 goals in the game for the freshman. Defended by DeGoyer. Alves sends it in looking for Casey. And Rick Sohn's going to get called for that, I believe, which will give Casey the opportunity for a restart at the 8-meter. So Casey will have the chance here with the restart from the 8-meter as she will be in against Julia Raffkind. Casey's shot goes wide of the net and high. Highlanders will get it as Timmons carries the ball. 4.5 minutes remaining. Highlanders trailing by 2. 6-4 is the score. As Timmons met by Alves. And Alves able to knock the ball out. That will be physicality there by the Highlanders, so the restart goes to the Mustangs. It's Godfrey now with it. Godfrey breaking into the attacking zone. She'll pull it back out. And Caitlin Alves with it. Gives it off to Casey as the Mustangs taking their time now. They lead by 2 with 4 minutes left in the game. Gertisha Morellis comes out trying to get the ball away from Alves and is able to as Morellis picks up the ground ball. Loses it out of her cross though, but is able to pick it back up. So they want to get it back to Raffkind so that she, in that protective circle of the goal, will start the attack for the Highlanders as they get it forward to Buckley. Buckley now through midfield as Rowan Buckley into the attacking zone. Galuzzo turns her aside. Now Ramos driving in, fires that one as Riley Allen able to make the stop. Mia Leal now will carry it out of the defensive zone for the Mustangs. They lead by 2 with the ball. 3 minutes remaining in the game. And Sienna Falsey now with speed into the attacking zone. As Falsey now pulls it back out. Mustangs once again, nice check there by Rodriguez Sheridan as she gets it away from Falsey. And Rodriguez Sheridan's fouled there, so the Highlanders will get it on the restart. 2:45 remaining in the game. Highlanders down by 2. They need to get the ball downfield. As Rick Sohn will get it over to Raffkind. Raffkind from the goalie circle will fire it out. Trying to get it out to Antonelli, but it ends up with Caitlin Alves instead for the Mustangs. As Lily Morris had the ball. Timeout taken by the Mustangs as they lead this one 6-4. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining as we're going to have the end of this game coming up for you in just a moment. But I want to talk really quickly, remind everybody out there about all of the great stuff that we have coming up here on Somerville Ed TV in the spring. We not only have, of course, Highlander girls lacrosse, Highlanders boys lacrosse, Highlander boys volleyball, Highlander baseball, as well as Highlander softball coming up. That's on the athletic side. But don't forget, we also will have all the graduations from all of the Somerville schools throughout the spring as those graduations occur. So keep your eyes here on Somerville Ed TV's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, mash those buttons for us so you can keep track of all the sports that are going on, but also all the great graduations that are going on throughout the city of Somerville, spring concerts as well. We will have all of that here on Somerville Ed TV. And don't forget as well, we have our sister station, Somerville Gov TV as well. You can keep up to date on all of the Somerville City civic situations. You can keep your eyes on what is going on with the city council meetings, and all sorts of other civic situations going on around the city of Somerville. So keep it right here on both Somerville Ed TV and Somerville Gov TV. You can find out everything going on throughout the city of Somerville here in the spring, both athletically for the Highlanders athletics, as well as all of the graduations and all of the Somerville City meetings as well. So keep it here, mash those buttons for us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, wake your neighbors, call your kids, and make sure they're mashing those buttons too, as we are about to have the close of the first ever Tufts Classic for girls lacrosse. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in this game. Medford leading 6-4. As Erin Alves, 3 goals in the game. She has been tremendous. Tatum Boudreau as well. A goal here in the fourth quarter as they came in tied 4-4.
20 left in the Tufts Lacrosse Classic. The score is
But the Mustangs were able to get those 2 goals by Alves and Boudreau to give them the 2-goal lead, and they have the ball as well, as Lily Morris carrying the ball, defended by Regan Antonelli. Now Morris able to move around, finds Fauci. Now Fauci with it, defended by Plata and Antonelli as they try to check that ball out of that cross. They get it away from Fauci for a moment as she tries to address the ground ball. Antonelli looking to steal it away. It goes out of bounds. Highlanders will get it. As 1:30 remains, they need to get the ball downfield quickly. As DeGoyer unable to control there, Fauci able to knock the ball away for a moment. Critical seconds being lost there as DeGoyer now will come out of the defensive zone. Trying to get it over towards Ramos, but that's too tall, too high for her. As it gets out of bounds, it will go back to the Mustangs. 1:11 remains. As the Mustangs look to get their first win against the Highlanders in lacrosse here this season, get their first GBL victory as well, and hand the first GBL loss to the Highlanders in over a year, as Highlanders were undefeated last year in the GBL. 45 seconds remaining here as the Mustangs, Erin Alves, the MVP of the Mustangs with the hat trick, 3 goals for Alves. Morales will get whistled. Alves will restart. Erin Alves, a freshman for the Mustangs. Future is bright for Mustang girls lacrosse, as Erin Alves with 3 goals in today's game. Sienna Fauci as well with a goal. She is also a freshman. Georgia Scott, a young freshman out there, giving them some good minutes as well on the pitch. 10 seconds remaining as Medford will just run the clock down with Alves behind the net at the X position. And that will do it as the Mustangs come away with the 6-4 victory over the GBL champion Highlanders. So the Highlanders move to 0-2 on the season, 0-1 in the GBL. The Mustangs 1-0 in the season, 1-0 in the GBL. That will do it for this matchup in the Tufts Classic for girls lacrosse. As the Mustangs come away with the victory, Erin Alves, the young freshman, with 3 goals. Sienna Fauci with a goal, Becky Casey with a goal, and Tatum Boudreau with a goal for the Mustangs. Over on the Highlander side, Camila Plata had 2 goals, Emma Lounsbury with a goal, and Rowan Buckley with a goal as well. But that will do it for us today as the Mustangs come away with the first ever Tufts Classic in girls lacrosse, and they also get the GBL victory to go 1-0 in the GBL this season so far. So as the sides shake hands, hit crosses, that's going to do it for us today from Tufts University Bellow Field. Thank you very much, Bill Trudell on camera. Thank you very much, Joe Constantine on direction. Thank you very much for watching at home as you have been watching the Tufts Classic, first ever girls lacrosse Tufts Classic, as the Mustangs come away with a victory 6-4 over the Highlanders. I'm Todd Harmon, and you've been watching Somerville Highlander Girls Lacrosse on Somerville Ed TV.